Hey there, guys. We're continuing our quest to do every single element on Ravis. This time, it's the Earth element. And we're still trying to stick to the rules of not going off-element damage dealers. So we're using all Earth units. And this is going to be quite a challenge because I don't have Ramza. So my best leader is Snavlenka at 500%. That's going to be pretty hard to damage cap, but I think with a lucky variance roll, we can probably get it done. So this is the party we're going to be using. Beryl for the field, Vanille for the breaking and the Imperil field, Snavlenka to lead the party and deal some damage, Yuffie to deal some damage, Aya Brea in the base form. We are going to use her base form to damage, so we are following our self-imposed rules of no off-element damage dealers. So we're going to burst with her base form of Earth element. We're starting in the shift for the buffing. And then Zahn is going to steal that 250 killer and that 400 stat buff and spread it to the party. And hopefully Zahn gets us over the edge with those bigger buffs, because not having Ramza and only having a 250 leader skill or 500 leader skill is not easy. Not easy. So Beryl's going to Needles on turn 1. Aya will shift at LB on turn 1 for the Gun in Peril. Zahn will stop resist. Snavlenka will on turn 1 just guard. Yuffie on turn 1 will do her LB for the Throwing in Peril, and Vanille will Dark resist the party. Alright. So we're not taking any damage on turn 1. We're going to take like 1 or 2 hits later in the fight, but the damage is not going to be a problem here. We're totally fine with that. Okay, so now Beryl's a little awkward because we have to use his LB this turn so the modifier buff lines up, meaning we can't remove the enemy field on this turn, but it's overall fine. So Aya Brea is now going to do Awakened Mitochondria. This is a 250 human killer, but only for herself. Then Monster and P90. Yuffie on this turn will double Mirage the party. Vanille will use Short Circuit so the boss just doesn't deal that much damage to us. Now we're going to use Snavlenka on this turn to imbue the party. We'll just do it twice. And then we're going to Inspiration on Zahn. This is a 1-turn only 400 stat buff, but Zahn can turn that into a 5-turn buff, or 4-turn, 3-turn, I don't know. In any case, it'll be here on the kill turn. So now we're going to Critical on Aya to take that human killer, and then Projected Mirror to the entire party. So now the whole party has a 400% stat buff and a 250 killer buff, and this will hopefully get us to the edge where we can damage cap. So now let's get ready to kill. So just to take less damage, Zahn will just, Zahn will Black Mirror the boss, just to get rid of that attack and magic buff. Beryl will do Ye Guilty for the Amplify, Field, and then Earth Eclipse to give us a LB damage buff. Aya in the base form will Mirage the party this turn with Haste. Then we'll do Parasite Energy Earth and Antibody. That's her base form setup. Yuffie will shift here and do Amp, LB, and Mod buff. Snavlenka will do Amp, Princess and a Mother, and I guess World will live on, because why not? And Vanille will do Fisher, Quaking, bring out the guns. And now we're going to burst next turn, and we're going to hope for a decent roll, because this is not a powerful party at all. If I had Ramza, this would be super easy. Just like drop one of the DPS for Ramza, and we're good to go. But I don't. So now Beryl is going to shift here and do the shifted LB. Zahn will do a Vision card to chain, because we're going for every speck of damage. If you don't have Zahn's Vision card unlocked, just give him an Extreme Nova Materia or do his LB. Aya base form LB, Vanille SLB, Snavlenka SLB, Yuffie shifted LB. Now I don't know the timing specifically, so we're just gonna like weave it all and hope for the best. So we're gonna chain this, we're gonna wait, we're gonna click Aya, we're gonna wait, we're gonna click Yuffie, we're gonna wait, we're gonna click the top row, and hopefully that bridges the chain big enough to get Aya in there somewhere. I never use Aya's base form LB, so I don't know when the chain hits, but I'm sure it hit in there at some point. Anyway, we're looking for 24.5 or better. So this is going to be a little rough to get. We're not going to overkill by much, if at all. But we did 24.5. That's a rank 1. That's your rank 1. That's all that matters. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend going Earth without Ramza, but I'm still just trying to satisfy my own little self-imposed challenge to do all elements on element. Fire, I feel like, is going to be no problem at all. Fire is going to be very, very easy. Now, wind is, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge soon. But here we go. So Beryl is the big carry. Ayabrea in the base form is still pretty good because Aya's like awesome. Vanille did 1.1. I mean, it mattered. It mattered a lot. Zahn did 88 million. Did that matter? I couldn't tell you. But he did 88 million. Snavlenka 5 and Yuffie 4.2. I'd figure Yuffie would be better considering she's like... Oh, mine's only EX2, huh? Yeah. I still think she'd be better. But in any case, there it is. There it is. So here is the team we used. Turn chart will be in the comments. And base form Beryl, just, mitigation, needles, etc. Shift form is damage versus humans. Remember, only a 500 leader skill in this party. That is the big hang up here, is we're using Snavlenka's janky leader skill. Not anything better. No 750s, nothing. But it worked. So Zahn is our passive provoke evade with death immunity. Unfortunately, that means most of his gear slots were consumed, and we gave him a chaining skill with this. He did 88 million. It's really not a big deal if you don't want to do that. Give him an Extreme Nova Materia, and you're good to go. But there he is with his 4,000 attack power. Look at him go. Ayabrea did good damage in the base form. There we go. Maxed on everything. I don't think she actually needs chain speed, so whoops. Or chain cap. But anyway, it didn't hurt. Earth card, and then shift form, just whatever. We didn't use the shift form. We followed our rules, because in the base form, she is an Earth unit. Vanille did damage as well, right here. There it is. And by the way, the whole party's using 80 dark, well, in most forms, using 80 dark resist for turn 2, because turn 2, we don't remove that Imperil field. Anyway, here's Vanille. Vanille, same build we've been using for like pretty much all the clears. Snavlenka, second best damage. Here we go. Diablos synergy to boost up that dark resist. Preemptive LB boost. By the way, Ayabrea in the shift form, preemptive LB boost or Titus's STMR, because her base form is not morale scaling, meaning the base form will be boosted by Titus's STMR or Reagan's STMR. So give that to Ayabrea's shift form and start in the shift form. You will get more damage that way. And then Yuffie, base form, just a mitigation, dark resist. Shift form, damage versus humans. And she was terrible on this clear. I don't get why she was so low. Max. Yeah, she's maxed on everything. I don't know. Shame on Yuffie. Anyway, there's Earth. Technically got it done. Okay, see you in a bit.